Hello guys, okay, thank you. So, start ko na yung lecture natin. So, mabilis lang 'to. Siguro mga wala pang 1 hour. Okay. So, for our experiment number 2, we'll be experimenting on ventilator. So, ito itong experiment number 1, itong aking experiment number ay sa virtual labs lang din kakonduct. Okay. So, ano ba ang ventimeter? So, alam naman natin, ventimeter is a type of flow meter device. Okay? So, bali instrument siya na ginagamit para mag-measure ng flow rate ng clear through pipes. And it works based on a principle of participation and also the continuation. So, kumbaga si ventimeter, nagko-quantify siya ng flow rate by using the converging section. Ito, is what um, this type by using the, sorry, the point. This converging section, okay, para mag-allow na increase dun sa flow, dun sa velocity ng flow ng tubig or ng fluid dun sa pipes. Okay, and of course, since sa pagkilos ng flow ng fluid dun sa pipes, of course, that corresponds sa pressure drop. Okay? So again, the venturimeter is consistent of 3 parts. So main 3 parts. First one is the conversion cone. Then second one is the flow. And the third one is the diversion cone. So, for example, meron ditong pipe. Imagine na lang na may pipe siya na connected sa ating venturimeter. So, syempre, yung fluid, it will flow first dun sa converging cone. Dadaan mo na sa converging cone, then sa throat, and then sa diversion cone, and then to exit that ventilator, right? And because yung sa area ng conversion cone natin is na-decrease or paliit yung area natin dito, makikita niyo 'di ba from this section up to this section, 'di ba papaliit siya? So because of the decreasing area here, this decrease in area will cause increase nga dun sa velocity ng fluid. Okay? And of course, pagka may increase sa velocity ng fluid, ibig sabihin nun, may decrease sa pressure, right? Kaya nagkakaroon ng pressure drop dito sa section 2. Okay? Because of the area. Kasi nga, again, yung area papaliit, and then yung velocity ng fluids, of course, dahil papaliit yung area, pabilis yung velocity, and because pabilis yung velocity, nagkakaroon siya ng pressure drop. Okay? Or nagkakaroon ng decrease sa pressure. And when the fluid passes through the cone, punta siya ng throat, and because dito naman sa throat ay merong constant area, ibig sabihin walang pagbabago sa area dito sa ating throat. Walang changes sa velocity, so same lang. Anong velocity nung pumasok siya dito, same lang nalalabas. Velocity ng paglabas. And then, of course, dahil walang changes sa velocity, wala din changes sa pressure. Okay. So, nagkaroon lang dito ng pressure drop dahil dun sa change dito sa velocity. And then, the change in velocity naman is caused by the change in area, right? And then, paglabas ng throw, dadaan ng diverging cone. And since ang area dito sa diverging cone ay papalaki, so kabaligtaran niya yung mangyayari dito sa converging cone na papaliit. So dito, magkakaroon tayo ng parang pinaka-recovery ng pressure. Since papalaki yung area natin, ibig sabihin yung velocity ng flow ng fluid will be what? Diba, babagal siya. Babagal yung flow ng fluid. So, bababa si velocity. And hence, si pressure ay tataas. Okay? Kasi nga, mas bumagal yung flow ng fluid. So, tama lang naman, di ka, pag bumagal yung flow ng fluid, hindi tataas yung pressure ng fluid. Okay? And then, it will exit. So, kumbaga nagkakaroon ng recovery ng pressure dito sa divergent pole bago ma-exit yung tubig dun sa ating, or yung fluid sa ating venturimeter. Okay? Nagigets ba, guys? Guys, nagigets ba? So, gano'n lang naman ang parang working mechanism ng venturimeter. So, aside from the calculation ng flow rate, ginagamit si venturimeter para sa determination ng pressure and fluid quantity. Okay? Sa industrial sector. And of course, napaka-advantageous ni venturimeter para dun sa mga chemicals na nagfo-flow sa mga pipelines. So, paano ba nagagamit si venturimeter sa pagme-measure ng pressure? So, madali lang siyempre 'di ba, dun sa kanina ko nabanggit nagkakaroon tayo ng pressure drop and that pressure drop, na naki-create ni venturimeter dahil dun sa yes, dito ako nag-a-attendance, okey lang. Wait lang. Okay, so again, paano ba nakakapag-measure ng pressure si ventilator, 'di ba? Because nga dun sa nangyayaring pressure drop dun sa ating ventilator. Okay? And because of that pressure measurement, um, this ventilator, is very suitable para dun sa mga system na nangangailangan ng mga accurate na measurement ni pressure. Okay. Like dun sa mga ano nga, dun sa mga pipelines and of course sa mga gas transmission. So, very beneficial siya dun. Okay? And then for fluid quantity naman, si venturimeter nakakapag-measure din siya ng, specific or yeah, makakapag-measure din siya, nagpo-provide din siya ng accurate measurement ng quantity ng fluid that is passing dun sa ating venturimeter over a given time. So, crucial kaya si venturimeter crucial para dun sa mga industry na nangangailangan naman ng precise measurement ng volume ng fluid or ng liquid or gas na hina-handle like dun sa mga pharmaceuticals o kaya dun sa mga fuel pipelines and dun sa mga water distribution system. Okay? And yun, ang mga application pa ng ventilator ay sa mga waste treatment processes. Okay, dun sa mga waste treatment processes na merong mga malalaking tubo din na ginagamit. Okay, sa mga malalaking pipelines. And in addition to that, ginagamit din si venturimeter sa medical field, okay? Para dun sa measurement naman ng mga blood flow rate, of course, dun sa mga arteries natin. Okay, and basta commonly ginagamit si venturimeter kapagka dun sa mga system na nangangailangan ng high pressure recovery. Kasi 'di ba nabanggit ko kanina nare-recover si pressure na na nawala kay venturimeter. Okay? And aside from its benefits, of course, meron naman downside sa venturimeter. So, ilan sa downside niya o ilan sa kanyang mga drawbacks ay yung costs o kaya yung cost sa installation or initial expenses sa installation. Kasi medyo mahal po ang pagpapa-install ng venturimeter. And as well as dun din sa installation mismo kasi medyo complex ang pag-i-install ng venturimeter. Isipin mo ganito kalaki yung pipeline na nalagyan yung ano, ang gantong venturimeter o venturimeter po yan. So, industrial venturimeter. Ito din, maliit na version lang. Okay? And yun, mahirap din ang kanyang installation niya and as well as yung inspection ko and maintenance. So, yun lang naman yung mga key drawbacks ni ventimeter. Pero all in all, gamitin po si ventimeter lalo na sa industry. Okay, and lalo na doon sa mga industry, like sa mga waste treatment and industry. Okay. So, so again, balik tayo sa working principle ni ventilator. Okay, so basically, the working principle of the Harsh of ventilator is na-organize dun sa principle ni Bernoulli at saka ni continuity equation. Okay, so based dun sa continuity equation, equation. So based sa equation na 'to, lahat ng area na merong lahat ng cross-section pala na merong equal area. So yung mean velocity ng mga section na merong equal area ay equal din. Okay, while for those dun sa mga section na walang equal area, okay, so yung velocity has an inverse proportionality dun sa area ng respective cross-section. So, for example, ito, converging cone. Since itong converging cone, again, ay merong papaliit na area from this section to this section. Papaliit yung area. Since papaliit yung area, wait, paliit yung area, sabi lang sa continuity equation, papataas si velocity. Okay, so may inverse proportionality si area at si velocity. Whereas, naman sa divergent flow, so right road of the exit, mapapalaki yung area niya. So, sa mapalaking area, ibig sabihin merong pababang velocity. So, yun lang naman yung in-state down niya na araw down. Ni continuity equation. Okay, the inverse proportionality or relationship between the area and the velocity. Okay? So, yun nga, evident nga itong ating relationship between area and velocity sa mga section given or sa mga parts given to meter. Okay? So, again, dito sa converging cone, since mapalit yung area, papataas si velocity. And then, dito naman sa diverging cone, since papalaki yung area, pababa si velocity. Whereas dito naman sa ating flow, since the area ay constant, eh di walang pagbabago sa velocity. Constant din. Okay? So, yun lang naman. And meanwhile, for Bernoulli's equation, and Bernoulli's equation. So, for horizontal or within horizontal fluid flow, so si Bernoulli's equations, it states that merong less pressure dun sa points or dun sa section na merong mas mataas na speed ng fluid. Okay? So, again, sabi daw, merong mababang pressure dun sa section na merong mataas na speed ni fluid. Okay, so ito naman, si Bernoulli's equation naman, it talks about basically dun sa inverse proportionality between pressure and the velocity of the fluid. Okay, so kumbaga, kung mataas daw si velocity, edi mas mababa si pressure. Whereas kung mababa si velocity, si pressure ay taas. Okay? So again, for example, ito sa ating converging flow, since dito ay meron tayong mababang area, meron tayong pataas na velocity, right? And according to Bernoulli's equation, since papataas si velocity, ibig sabihin si pressure dito ay what? Pababa, di ba? So may pababa tayo itong pressure. Kaya nga nagkakaroon dito ng pressure drop pagdating ng fluid dito sa ating to. Okay? Nagkakaroon ng pressure drop. Since malaki yung area dito sa section 1 natin, tapos dito sa ating section 2, mas maliit yung area. Hence, this difference in area because of the changes in the area or in the cross-sectional area, which is bulkhead, nagkakaroon tayo ng pressure drop. Okay, so let's check out. Nagigets ba, guys? Guys, nagigets ba? Okay. Wala namang question. Wala nang, I guess wala namang question. Kung may question, ay mag-open mic for i-chat na lang dyan. Okay? So, basically, through the utilization of this two equation or sa mga basic principles ng mga equation na ito, ikaw, mawawala yung time ko here. We can say that yung decrease in area, di ba? Yung decrease in area results sa what? Sa increase in velocity, right? And decrease in pressure. Or, increase naman in area, it results to decrease in velocity and increase in pressure. Okay? Kasi nga, because of the inverse relationship between area and velocity and pressure. Okay? So, kumbaga, ito magkasabay tataas at bababa si area at si pressure. Okay? Kasi they are both inverse. Proportional dun sa ating velocity. Okay, so ganun lang naman yun. And yun nga, because of this pressure drop na nangyayari sa pamiliit ng area, this is the one utilized 11 meter para makapag-measure ng flow. Okay, yung pressure drop from this section up to this section. Yun yung ginagamit ni meter para makapag-calculate ng flow rate ng fluid that is flowing through this ventilator. Okay, nagigets ba? Guys, wala namang question. or kaya wala kayong strong office. Hmm. So, balik din tayo dito. And further understand the mechanism of how ventilator works, naintindihan na natin siya kanina. So, imagine natin na mayroong fluid na nagfo-flow through pipes. So, again, before na nagfo-flow dito. Okay. And this fluid have a volume 1. Volume yan ha, hindi yan velocity. Volume 1, quantity of liquid or any fluid na nagfo-flow. Okay. So when this volume 1 fluid enters this pipe, based on the continuity equation, di ba? Yung flow rate dito ay equal dapat sa flow rate dun sa discharge niya dito sa ating outlet, right? So this means that yung ibig sabihin yung flow rate niya is equals dun sa flow rate, palabas na siya yung ating venturimeter. So ibig sabihin lang nito yung parang may same volume ang pinasok. Okay, same volume din yung lalabas sa outlet. Okay? And from the diagram above, we can see naman again yung ating section 1 is larger than sa ating section 2. And again nga, yung decrease dito sa area na to, sa area, from the section up to the section. So this decrease in area, basically, it causes nga yung decrease sa pressure. Okay? At this section. Okay? And again, according to sa principle ng continuity and ng Bernoulli, it occurs para ma-maintain nga itong ating equation na to, which is the equality ng flow rate or ng discharge sa isa't isa. Okay, yung volumetric flow rate na at dun sa section 1, kailangan equal siya dun sa volumetric flow rate sa section 2. Okay, kaya nagkakaroon ng pressure drop dito. Kasi kailangan siya para ma-maintain itong principle na to. Okay? So, and based on this, di ba, sabi natin, since nga, di ba sabi natin kanina, pagbaba ng area, pagtaas ng velocity, and then, pagbaba ng pressure. Kaya nga may pressure drop dito, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, since ito ang pinakamaliit na area dito, ito pinakamaliit na part na section, ibig sabihin dito, meron tayo 1. Diba dito, maximum yung ating flow velocity. Right? So, ibig sabihin dito sa ating meron tayong maximum flow velocity. Since maximum ang ating flow velocity, ano bang sabi? Pag mataas si velocity, ibig sabihin mababa si pressure. So, ibig sabihin dito din tayo merong minimum pressure. Okay, dito sa ating okay, and with venturimeter again, much of that head loss or much of the pressure drop, it will be recovered naman dito sa ating diverging section or diverging pole. Okay? And that only causes the venturimeter to have the less, okay, less. Tama, less overall pressure loss in a system kasi nga nagkakaroon tayo ng pressure recovery. Okay, so yun naman ang important principle ng ventilator. And of course, para ma-measure yung pressure drop natin dito from this section up to this section, meron dyan naka-attach na yung tube manometers. Okay, so yung tube manometer na ito naka-connect dun sa dito. Okay, to section 1. And then dun sa tube, dun sa section 1. Dun sa malaki at dun sa mas maliit na area. Okay, and this based sa YouTube manometer, pwede natin makalculate yung pressure difference. Okay, o yung pressure drop. And by using the data and observe natin, and then of course, yung Bernoulli's equation and other data nga na observe natin dito, pwede pa natin makalculate yung flow rate ng fluid na nag-flow sa ating ventilator. Okay, so yun lang naman yun. Yan, ito, derivation of discharge. Okay, so, if natatandaan nyo, baka ang natatandaan nyo na equation ni Bernoulli ay yung nakagantong format. Baka pressure plus yung 1/2 NV, I know, not relasyon. Ah, wait lang. Train pala siya. This is density. Density volume ata yan. If I'm not mistaken. Ito. Rho V squared plus U uh, rho GH. Yan. Ganang format. Kaya nakaganang format ang natatandaan sa number representation. So, same lang naman yan ang format nito. Ito lang ay, kung ito ay naka-pressure, tapos ito ay kinetic energy, tapos ito ay potential energy. Ito ganun din. Ito ay naka-pressure head, tapos ito ay velocity head, tapos ito naman elevation head. Okay? So, by applying the Bernoulli's equation at section 1 at 2, ito sa ating section 1 at 2, ito, so, dalawa yan, we can get this equation. Okay? And since horizontal pipe natin, okay, so same lang ng elevation, ibig sabihin ito ay equal, magka-cancel out lang sila, di ba? And then, pagka nag-cancel out yung dalawa, ito matitira. So, pagsasamahin lang natin yung may same terms. So, ito, this one, papunta doon. And then this one, papunta dito. Okay, so pag pinagsama natin yan, by the way, guys, ito yung derivation lang naman ng formula, ha? So, hindi naman ito required na derive nyo din to sa inyong, what do you call this, experiment. Okay, so, pagsamahin lang natin, isang bar over rho G plus, no, not plus, but minus. Sorry. And by the way, may mali dito sa akin. Ito. Yan ay hindi po W, yan po ay V. Okay? Double, hindi yan W, hindi po yan. Okay, so P sub 1 over rho G plus, or minus pala, this equation, this term, right? P sub 0 minus rho G. Tapos ito equal yan sa what? Diba ito? B sub 2 squared minus over 2G minus B sub 1 squared minus 2G. Right? Nagigets ba? Nagigets ba? So, yun lang naman yun. Tapos, combining this, di ba pwede nyo ipag-combine yan since pareho ng denominator, so magiging ganito na siya. Okay, and then since we know that this equation is equals yan sa H or dun sa ating head loss, right? Siyempre, yung pressure area dun sa pressure section 1 minus yung area dun sa section 2 all over rho G. Mahanap natin, that's the equation to find or to calculate for the head loss, right? So, ibig sabihin, this is equals to H. This is equals to H, ibig sabihin, itong B sub 2 squared minus B sub 1 squared over 2G is equal dito. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay equal din sa H. Okay, so, when H will be equal to B sub 2 squared minus B sub 1 squared over 2G. Okay, so tandaan natin yan. Okay, so sabi, H is equals to B sub 2 squared minus B sub 1 squared over 2G. So, ano nangyayari dito ngayon? So, di ba, ang mangyayari dyan, since tayo ay merong continuity equation, ano bang sabi dun sa continuity equation? Or ano ba yung continuity equation? Di ba kung natatandaan niyo sa continuity equation, ayan, yung ating A sub 1 times B sub 1 is equals to A sub 2, B sub 2. Kung nare-recall nyo pa, kasi medyo matagal naman. Pero, basically, ayan si continuity equation, this one. And based on ating continuity equation, di ba, pwede nating ma-derive si B sub 1 dyan. So, we can define B sub 1 in terms of A sub 2, B sub 2 over A sub 1. So, ito, kinuha lang natin si B sub 1 from this equation para ma-define natin si B sub 1 in terms of B sub 2 dito sa equation na to and A sub 2 and A sub 1. Okay, so sub lang natin siya dito. Okay, so substituting that value dito sa ating A sub 1. So, di ba magiging equal yan sa A sub 2 squared, B sub 2 squared over A sub 1 squared over 2G. Right? And we can factor B sub 2 squared. dito, di ba? And also itong 2G. So, ano yung meron na siya, pag-finactor natin yung b sub 2 squared. So, di ba this will be equal to 1 minus a sub 2 squared minus a sub 1 squared, right? Nagigets ba? And, kumbaga kunin naman natin si b sub 2 squared kasi ide-define naman natin siya using, i Q. Okay, kasi alam natin 'di ba that Q is equals to what? A multiply the velocity, right? Paano nangyari 'yan? Kasi 'di ba, ah, isipin niyo na that is that 'di ba? V, yung velocity is equals to distance over time, right? And since alam natin that Q is equals to velocity over time, volume over time rather, sorry, volume over time. We know that this volume, kung for example, ito yung ating pipe, okay, and then this pipe has may cross-sectional area A, and then meron siyang distance na 'to, pwede nating makuha yung volume ng pipe na 'to by multiplying the area by this distance, right? Or hence, volume is equals to A multiplied by D. Okay? Or the product of area times distance. So hence, we can define this as A multiplied by D over T. And we know that this T over T is equals to the velocity. So hence, Q is equals to A multiplied by the velocity. Kaya, multiplied by velocity. So, ibig sabihin, ito lang din yun, yung continuity equation, kung nakikita nyo. Iba din natin si continuity equation kanina as Q sub 1 is equals to Q sub Q. So, basically, yun lang yun. Okay. So, we can now, again, kunin na naman natin 'to or isolate naman natin si b sub 2 squared. Okay, kasi ide-define natin siya as what? As this as the discharge or the volumetric flow rate and then as the area. So, this will be equal to what? V is equals to Q over A, right? Or B sub 2 will be equal to Q over A sub 2. Right? Tama ba? Nagigets ba? Guys, nagigets ba? Guys, nagigets ba? Okay. Okay, so balik na ulit tayo dito ha. So, para makuha natin ang ma-isolate natin si V sub 2 squared, edi multiply lang natin 'to, both sides with 2c and then i-divide natin by this equation. Okay, so magiging 2ch is equals to V sub 2 squared 1 minus A sub 2 squared over A sub 1 squared. Okay? And since kailangan natin itong makuha, so this would be equal to 1 minus A sub 2 squared over A sub 1 squared. No, mali. Naiwan ko yung 2. Kailangan ito denominator, sorry. Tapos above na. We 2ch over this one. Okay, kasi di-divide natin both sides with this equation. Okay. And alam natin that this one, pwede natin siyang define as A sub 1 squared minus A sub over A sub 1 squared, right? Equal lang to sa 1, diba? So, pwede na siya define as this one. So, ano mangyayari dito? So, let's look at B sub 2 squared is equals to 2gh over A sub 1 squared minus A sub 2 squared over A sub 1 squared, right? And ito, pwede natin ito i-multiply dito sa numerator para hindi na ganitong fraction ang ating denominator, right? So, this will be equal to 2gh A sub 1 squared over A sub 1 squared minus A sub 2 squared. Okay. Tapos, since siya ay may naka-squared, so kailangan natin kunin ang square root ng parehong ng dalawang to. Okay? Square root. Natin the square root of this 2, magiging equals siya sa b sub 2 is equals to, di ba, ito lang ang pwede natin mailabas dyan, yung a sub 1 squared. So, magiging a sub 1 na lang yan. square root of 2GH all over the square root of A sub 1 squared minus A sub 2 squared. Okay. And since sabi natin dito kanina, si B sub 2 squared, si B sub 2 is equals to Q over A sub 2. So, this means that this is equals to Q over A sub 2. Got it? Kasi sabi nga, A sub 2 is equals to Q over A sub 2. Hence, this equation is also equals to Q over A sub 2. So, isolate lang natin. Kailangan natin makuha si Q. So, multiply natin both sides with A sub 2. So, ibig sabihin, si Q will be equal to A sub 1, A sub 2, square root of 2GH over square root of A sub 1 squared minus A sub 2 squared. Okay, so ito na yun. Kung makikita nyo, this part ay equal sa equation na to. Okay? Or the theoretical discharge. Okay, so this discharge tsaka si volumetric flow rate ay isa lang po siya ha. Huwag malilito doon. Okay, again, si discharge tsaka si theoretical tsaka si volumetric flow rate, isa lang po siya. Okay, so again, iba pa si theoretical discharge kaysa sa kay actual discharge. Okay? So, pwede nating makuha si actual discharge by multiplying the theoretical discharge by the coefficient of discharge, which is equals to 2 sub A over 2 sub BH, or the actual over the theoretical discharge. Okay? So, yun lang naman siya. And remember that yung value ng theoretical discharge is always greater than the value of the actual discharge. Okay, so natin yan. Q theoretical is always greater than Q actual. And because sabi, mas mataas si theoretical kaysa kay actual, ibig sabihin mas mataas yung ating denominator para do sa coefficient of discharge. This only means that the coefficient of discharge will be always less than 1. Okay? Kasi nga mas mataas si theoretical discharge kaysa kay actual discharge. So hence, si coefficient of discharge will be always less than 1. Okay, so lagi yan. Hindi pwedeng mas mataas pa si coefficient of discharge kaysa kay 1. Kasi nga, lagi mas mataas theoretical discharge. Okay? Nagigets ba? So, yan ay derivation lang naman guys. Okay, hindi naman niya medyo pang calculated at derived. Okay, so yan, punta na tayo dun sa ating experiment. So, yung objectives ng ating experiment, o yan, nakalista na, okay? Okay, so the following are the objectives of our experiment. So, first is to understand how Venturi meter works based on the Bernoulli's principle. Then the second one is to determine the coefficient of discharge of the given Venturi meter. Then materials and equipment, tapos procedure. Okay, so punta na lang tayo sa procedure. Okay, so for this experiment, yung pipe diameter na needed ay 40 mm. Okay, so make sure, take note of that na 40 mm diameter ng pipe na gagamitin natin. Okay, so let me present site. Pa kayo. Wala naman kayong tanong. Wait. Yan. So, itong ating virtual lab, almost the same lang to nung nauna. In a way that click-click lang ulit tayo ng click-click dito. And then yung setup, almost the same din. Almost lang. Hindi naman same na same. Kasi syempre, mag-iba pa rin yung kaya naman tayo experiment na ginagawa. Kaya syempre, ito yung about sa Venturi meter. Ito yung may Venturi meter. Okay? So, hindi na tayo sa experiment. So, by the way, dito sa experiment na to, meron po tayong 4 na trial. Okay? So, kung dun sa una ay tayo ay merong 3 trials, dito meron pong 4. And required po na 4 ang gamitin. Okay? So, again, ang required diameter ng pipe ay 40 mm lang. Okay? So, select natin. And then, buksan yung main inlet valve. Tapos, open natin yung pipe valve. Tapos, change natin yung knob ng manometer. Change ulit natin yung not position. Then let's take note of the manometer dito. So ito, may calculation ulit dito, and then for your calculation, this is for decimal places. Okay po? And then huwag niyo pong gagamitin yung sagot dito. Okay? Please use your own calculation. So since ito naman ay alam na natin, mag-input na lang ako dito ng kahit anong value. Okay? Exit valve. Saan natin? Excuse me, and then we can calculate for the actual discharge. Okay? So, makalculate na natin po using the same formula. So, maglagay na lang ako ng minimum value. Tapos, theoretical discharge. So, ito yung na-derive natin na formula kanina. A sub 1 times A sub 2 times quantity square root of 2GH all over square root of A sub 2. A sub 1 squared minus A sub 2 squared. So, lagay lang ako dito ng minimum data. Then, the coefficient of discharge, again, is equals to the actual discharge over the theoretical discharge. And again, this is always less than 1. Okay? So, tapusin lang natin 'to. Isa-isahin lang natin. Okay? So, paulit-ulit lang naman siya. Wait lang, priority ko lang 'to. Bilis lang naman 'to. Basta to, wait lang guys. Okay. So dito meron tayong merong i-graph dito na characteristic curve. And mag-graph na lang kayo ng style ninyo, hindi lang kunin to. Okay? Tapos ay bawasan, syempre ayusin niyo naman yung graph niyo, huwag naman ganito kadami yung naka-value sa x and y axis niyo. Tapos ang gagamitin lang na value around here. Okay? So nagigets ba guys? Guys, nagigets ba? So may question ba? May question ba kayo? O kung wala, that ends our class. Okay? Kung may question ay i-PM na lang ako sa Google Chat. Okay? Thank you.